Hey guys, how is everyone? I don't like this angle. Okay, I feel like I'm mad close all in your face, but it's cool. Look at my lashes. I don't know what's been going on with my lashes, with me putting my lashes on lately, but I have been putting this specific eye on Cricket every day. But fuck it, who cares? Whatevers. Whatevers. How you guys doing? Welcome. Y'all, today has been a very insightful day. It's been very weird, but very insightful as well. I met this guy when I was walking. I went for a nature walk. I've been called in the woods this week. Like I've been in the woods like every day this week, like exploring, walking the train tracks. I found out today that we have a pond very close to my house. Like if y'all don't know, I just moved out to the country. So I'm trying to get to know the neighborhood because it's been feeling very good out here in Texas. If y'all snowed out where you at, sucks for you. But down here in Texas, the weather has been impeccable. It has been very warm, 60, 70 degrees. And I've been taking advantage of all of that good ass energy. Some of y'all may know or may not know, but my solar return was yesterday. So I didn't go live yesterday, but I did go exploring. Me and Lightning, we went we went for a walk. Farther than we usually go, but like actually through the woods. We usually just walk around the neighborhood, but I actually went like through the woods. I was looking through some stuff and just seeing what I could find. I was just being called to the woods. But today when I went to the train tracks, some guy was out there and he came, well, he wasn't where I was, but he came to me as I was out there and started talking about some other shit. But yeah, today has been very, very spontaneous. Well, this week has been very spontaneous, and that could be, we on chapter 29. I'm ready to see what this is about, what this is upholding. I've also been asked to be a bridesmaid at my friend's wedding. So we having a destination wedding in the islands. So I'll be in Honduras in a few months to help my good sis have an amazing wedding. So yes, it's just a lot of great things, kicking off real early, real quick in the beginning of 2023. I'm loving the vibe so far. But I tell you all the time, I celebrate my new year on my birthday, and then I celebrate the spring equinox. So I don't really do much on the actual calendar new year, but on my solar return, that's when I kind of do an energetic reset. I don't celebrate birthdays though. Like I don't like people like, oh, did you enjoy your birthday? Did you do anything? I enjoyed it because it's another day I get to breathe. It was another day that I get to give thanks to, honor my ancestors and the people that come before me. That's what I take. That's what I do during my solar returns. I don't necessarily try to celebrate by doing anything. I just acknowledge that I have been here another year wiser, So I don't really do anything, but it has been a very amazing transition as of yesterday, So that is that. Today we are going to be talking about how to make stress your biatch. Okay, that is what we're talking about today. If you guys are meeting me for the first time, I'm so rude. I did not even introduce myself. If y'all are meeting for the first time, I am Oshun Yinka, your favorite womb goddess, and I help women just like you heal their womb space holistically and tap into their divine feminine energy. So if that's content that you are interested in, make sure that you subscribe because we do go live essentially every night. And also I drop some type of content every single day. So make sure that you have that subscription bell on so you don't miss the live streams, as well as subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on our content. But yes, y'all, today we are talking about how to master stress. Like a lot of people especially what I've been seeing with my students who have been getting coaching calls, or people who've just been getting coaching calls, and what I've been noticing with my students in the Rebirth Society. Shout out to the Rebirth Society. Shout out to the Rebirth Society. But yeah, what I've been seeing with a lot of people is that it's like this overstimulation of it's just being people being overstimulated, and it's causing them to be anxious. It's causing them to be overwhelmed. Even when you have like an abundance of information is not powerful unless you are executing it, unless you can do something with it. But just getting an abundance of information is not really helpful to people, and I would argue that it's actually harmful to people, because when you're getting all this information and you don't know what to do with it, and you start to get overstimulated, most of the time it paralyzes people. It paralyzes you so that you're not moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, then you're staying stagnant, and there's no growth and stagnation. So it's not about how much information you can gain. It's about how much information you can utilize. So one thing I always tell people is to stop getting information until you execute what you've already used. If you've taken a course and you haven't done anything in that course, then it's no need for you to get another course. There's no need for you to take another course. One thing that I had to learn the hard way is that I have all the resources that I need. I have all the resources that I need. Everything I need, I already have. Everything I need, I already have. It took me years to be able to realize that, because I'm somebody who loves to learn. So I'm constantly getting new information. I'm constantly learning new things. And I used to think, that's a good thing. I need to be, always be aware of different things. But is it really good when I'm not executing on anything? Or when I want to execute out on something, it's just like, okay, so where do I start? Because I'm taking information from so many different people, so many different doctrines. Like, it's just so much information to the point where I don't even know where to begin, so nothing gets done. So if you are somebody who's being overstimulated, you are overwhelmed, you're overstressed because you have too much information, or you feel like you have a lack of information, keep watching this video so that we can help you sort out what's really going on right now. So I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 ways for you to be able to master stress. But like I said, I want to break down like why you're actually feeling stressed in the first place. And I just want to challenge you. The intention of this video is to challenge your thought process around stress. A lot of people look at stress as something that is negative. I always tell people you have to learn how to love adversity. You have to learn how to love stress. You have to learn how to love being in difficult discomfort and all of those things that most people try to shy away from. The physical body, this is why it's so important to have discipline, because the physical body, the brain, your second brain as women, your second brain wants you to be comfortable. The body is designed, your avatar is designed to protect you. When you are doing something, when you are procrastination is directly linked to fear. When you are procrastinating, when you are stressed out, when you are not doing something that you know you need to get done because you feel overwhelmed or overstimulated, when you're not doing those things, that is because your body does not want you to be stressed. So what does it do? When people are depressed, what do? They sleep all day. They don't engage with people. They don't wash their ass. They're not eating properly. They neglect themselves because it's too much work to do anything that is helpful to them. It's too much work to clean the house. It's too much work to take a bath. It's too much work to pick up the phone and talk to somebody who has reasoning. It's too much work. So we have to rethink the way we look at stress and reprogram what we think about stress, because stress does not end. If you don't learn how to love being in stress, if you don't learn how to love adversity, you're not going to ever succeed in life, because it does not end. There's no amount of money that you can have that's going to stop stress from coming. There's no relationship that you can be in. There's no apology that you can receive from somebody. There is literally nothing that you can do to stop stress from happening. So what you have to do is learn how to manage stress, learn how to conquer stress. How can you be over top of stress? How can stress work for you? One of the main quotes that I always take from Eric Thomas is, get a reward for your pain. Get a reward for your pain. It's not benefiting you to go through stress and not get something out of it. Stress is here to challenge you. If you're not being stressed out about something, if you're too comfortable about something, you're not growing. It's not possible for you to grow in comfort. So one thing that I had to learn was the reason why I'm so stressed, and this is what the biblical terms would be like, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. We look at that, people joke about that, like, who said I was the strongest soldier? Like, who signed me up for this battle? Like, that's what we always joke about. But in all honesty, it's facts. It's super facts to that. When you know where first of all, the divine knows what your purpose is, so the divine knows what you can handle. Therefore, again, what we hear, God will never put more on us than we can bear. That is an understatement. That is a fact. Because if you weren't able to get through it, you wouldn't be going through it. So if you are going through a place where you are stressed, look at it as a symbol of, although you didn't ask for it, you still subconsciously ask for it. When you say, hey, I want to be a successful business owner, that comes with stress. That comes with responsibility. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. When you saying, like, I want a happy relationship, okay, well, that comes with shedding off and killing off aspects and personalities and other relationships that you might have that is hindering you from being in alignment to what you're asking for. So when you are asking for healthier lives, healthier friendship, overall happiness that we're looking for, when you're asking for those things, you are simultaneously asking for stress, because it takes you to be challenged. It takes you to grow, to be able to get there. And that's all that stress is. It's something that is challenging you. So when you are stressed out about something, you need to be able to navigate through that stress, to be, hey, love, how you doing, love? When you are dealing with stress, you need to be able to navigate through it so that you can actually use that stress as a tool, use that stress as a resource for you to be able to go to the next level. So how do we actually manage stress? I'm gonna give you 5 ways to manage stress effectively, long term, but effectively. But before I get into that, shout out to my birthday nails. Shout out to the nails. The last time we was on here, I told y'all that I was gonna show y'all my nails. My toes look good as fuck too, but I ain't about to show y'all them. Well, I could show y'all them. Hold up. I said my feet a little ashy. But yeah, shout out to the stubbies on the toes. Shout out to A Year Marcella. Y'all can follow her on TikTok at @a_year_Marcella. This is my nail tech, and y'all can use code YINKA23 to get $20 off of your first custom set. You said, I'm good. Hold up. The comment went away. You said, I'm good, about to take a spiritual bath. Speaking of stress, yes. And speaking of, yes, that's one of the things on my list. Thank you, boo. But yes, y'all, I tried something different. Thank you, love. So I don't ever get like, I do a junk nail. I would do a junk nail sometimes, but it's always like the crystals. Like, so I tried something different, I let her do her thing, and I got some, the kitty plays or whatever, but aren't they so cute? Yes. Shout out to my nail tech, A Year Marcella. Y'all can use code YINKA23, YINKA23 for $20 off your custom set. She does custom press-ons, and she shipped them out to you as well. But DM her on TikTok if you want a custom set. So yes, as we are getting into it, let's go ahead and start, since Koya already put it out there. Thank you, love. Since Koya already put it out there, we're going to start with the first one, which is taking spiritual baths. And not just a spiritual bath. Okay, so I'll say both of them. There's a lot of different baths that you can take to be able to help. And this is why, like I just said, like a lot of people who are stressed or depressed, it's hard for them to take a bath. So if you are somebody who is actually currently depressed, or in the middle of one of your episodes, or when you're having another episode, it's not about always taking a bath like a regular shower, because a lot of times, again, people don't want to take baths. Like, it's too much work. How can you manage stress before it gets to that point? So for one, you could take a regular shower. Making sure that your hygiene is on point will always help you to be, stress, reduce your stress levels. But long term, how can you help? You can also take a spiritual bath. So there are millions and one ways to take spiritual baths, because your intention is the thing. There's a million and one reasons why people take spiritual baths. So you can take it for protection. You can take it for love. You can take it for a plethora of reasons. So depending on what reason that you are wanting to take the bath, if it's just to relieve stress, if it's just to have clarity and things like that, then you want to take a spiritual bath. At the least, just put some Epsom salt in it. Epsom salt is going to clear it out. Put 2 cups of Epsom salt in it and sit in that bath, in a warm bath. Have your eucalyptus, your lavender, if you have those herbs or have those oils, put like a little dab of that in it, and also put some citrus. I love orange oil. Put that in there. That is going to boost your mood. That's going to help you to clear out your mind. So those are good. I would say eucalyptus, lavender, and oranges. And again, you can use all of those fresh herbs as well. So you can put orange slices in it, fresh lavender, and fresh rosemary. Not rosemary. What did I say? Eucalyptus. Putting a eucalyptus in your bathroom. I always recommend people putting eucalyptus in their shower in general. If you're just taking a regular shower, you should have some bushes of eucalyptus in there. I always do a eucalyptus and lavender bush in my shower. Y'all, when I tell you it works wonders, it works wonders. And you don't have to do nothing but put it in there and change it once every week. But putting it in there, that you can go to like Kroger, or I know we have them at Central Market, but you can go Whole Foods or anywhere and get the like a little bushel. They be like $6 for a bundle. Get like 2 or 3 of them and put it in your bathroom. Change them out once a week and be intentional about your shower, just your regular showers. But with the spiritual bath, 2 cups of Epsom salt. And you can use those that I just said, those 3 herbs, use it as a oil in the bath as well. And that's going to relax you. That's going to help you to clear your mind, especially with the Epsom salt by itself. Say you don't have any herbs whatsoever, just using Epsom salt in a bath will help. Now, the next thing I would say is taking a cold shower. Say you don't have any resources whatsoever. Just standing in a cold shower is going to shock the body. This is going to shock the body so that you are intentionally I know for myself, even when I do it now, I still kind of get to a point where I feel like I'm hyperventilating because it's very cold. But the more you do it, the more you are relaxed when it's happening, or the more that you get used to it. There's never a time where you get immune to it whatsoever, but it will be a time where you don't feel like, you're breathing heavy, or you feel like, you're about to have a panic attack. But that does help to shock the body. So what this is doing is causing stress on the body, but you are in control of the stress that you are causing the body because you turned the shower on and you stepped your ass in there knowing that it was cold. The same thing works for a cold bath. So an ice bath. I've never taken an ice bath. The most I've done was like a foot soak, like an ice foot soak, and that was because I sprung my ankle playing volleyball in high school, and I did like a ice foot soak, and that took me to a whole nother level. So I can only imagine an ice bath, but an ice bath does the exact same thing, and you sitting in it kind of a little bit longer. So it's shocking the body. This is the reason why athletes after a workout or after a game, they'll take an ice bath so that they won't be aching, they won't be sore once they finish whatever intense workout that they did. So ice bath, spiritual bath, and I am somebody who takes, because I don't take a lot of cold showers, just because I'm gonna say I don't like it, but I just don't take a lot of cold showers. But what I do is with my spiritual baths, I take spiritual showers. So if you go back to the video, I think I already have a video up on how to take spiritual baths. Yes, I do have that. So go and look at the video I have up about spiritual baths and the different ways you can take a spiritual bath. But under that video, I tell you about taking a spiritual shower. So I am somebody who takes more spiritual showers than I take baths because of the method that I use. I make sure that it is cold. I'm not sitting in a warm bath and relaxing. I'm shocking the body so that I can be more alert and that I can have more clarity. So when I'm using my herbs, I'll have my mixture together. Once I boil the water together, boil the herbs together and make it seeps in there or whatever, then I put that jar in the freezer. And I don't let it freeze completely, but I make sure that it is cold all the way almost to freezing point. And this is a 32-ounce jar, and I pour that entire jar over my head. From the top of my head, yes, my hair is gonna get wet. From the top of my hair, I pour it over my head, and I'm doing it in sections, so I don't just pour it all the way like that, but I'm pouring it as I set my intentions. I'm pouring it, and then I pour it so it's shocking every time. It's just not like cold water running over me. And even those little amounts that I'm pouring over it is still shocking because it's freezing cold water. So that's how I do it. The spiritual showers is my most effective way of doing it because it's easier to do, and it's not a whole shower. Like, that's going to be way quicker than you just running a shower over you or spinning around in the shower. You'll know when you're done, because most of the time I see people take cold showers. They're not doing it for a long time. It's like 20 to 30 seconds, which you can honestly do with your regular shower. So say if you're taking a regular shower in hot water, right before you step out of the shower, turn it on cold for about 20 to 30 seconds, and it will do the same thing to awaken you before you go out to the day. day. If you're like a person who takes showers in the morning, I'm somebody who showers in the morning. I don't really shower at night because I need to be woken up when I'm ready to get up. I need to be woken up. So I shower in the morning, and that's one way to get myself out and prepare for the day so I can think clearly. So the baths are very important. That's number one. Number two, let's talk about burnout workouts. So that is another way. That's number two, and I'm going out of order on my list. But number two, the second thing would be burnout workouts. So it's one thing to work out. If you work out regularly, that's going to also help reduce stress. I forgot the scientific aspect of why this happens, but when you are burning out, that's the reason why also, if you are somebody who is stressed or depressed and you deal with high anxiety and things like that, make sure that your head is covered when you go to the gym. One thing about working out, I would rather work out in the gym, but I have to be mindful, especially as an empath, to make sure that I have my protection around me. I always have my crystals and stuff with me anyways, but I also have to make sure that my head is crowned, because a lot of people who go into the gym, they're there for stress relief. They're working out that relationship. They're working out that fat. Just think of the process of when you are gaining weight. When you're gaining weight, most of the time it's a lack of discipline. It's a lack of health. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not taking care of your mental health and things like that. So you're emotionally eating, and now you look up and you weigh 100 pounds more. So you in that gym trying to work off that, you looking at all the years that it took you to gain all this weight. If it took you years, I know some people that gain about 50 pounds, 100 pounds just through COVID. So if you're gaining all this weight, you have to look at the time, the energy that you put all of that energy on. When you're working it out, you're releasing all of that stress as well. So that's going out all around. I kind of wonder, like, do people who work in gyms, like, are y'all saging in there? I feel like that should be a part of, like, cleaning up at the end of the night when y'all close, like making sure y'all saging in there with the windows open and everything, because it just be a lot of energy in gyms. So when it comes to working out, it's different from you just working out in general. But if you're wanting to manage stress, if you're wanting to not just manage it, but beat stress, you have to learn how to burn out in your workout. And what I mean by that is pushing yourself to the limit. When you feel like, don't stop, whatever, and you can do this at home. You don't have to actually have no equipment or nothing. And say you only can do squats, or say you're doing sit-ups. You're doing it until you say you never thought of that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, people be in there literally, like, it's been positions, like, think about it, even in yoga, it's positions that I can get into yoga where I'm not even thinking consciously of what I'm dealing with. I'm just moving my body because subconsciously I know I need to move. And then as I'm moving it, I'm busting out into tears because I am releasing some trauma that's in my womb space, or I'm releasing some trauma that's in my hips. And as I'm in certain positions and breathing through it, it's literally releasing. And I'm wondering, like, where the fuck is these tears coming from? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? And it's literally just you moving stress. So imagine you in the gym doing the exact same things, your squats, lifting weights, like all of that works together the same way. So if you're at home and you're working out, say you're doing sit-ups, say you go for a run or something like that, when you are at the point where you want to stop and you feel like you're exhausted and you can't go no more, keep going. This is how you master stress. Keep going until you literally cannot move. And it is not often, especially if you do not have a physical trainer. People really be sleeping on physical trainers. You said, I did that last night. I started crying and couldn't stop. Yes, that's healing. That's healing. That's how you overcome whatever you're dealing with. It's because you're releasing it and you're not in control. One thing I hate when people say, like, oh, I can't stop crying, or, I don't know why I'm crying. It's not about why you're crying. Just know that it is cleansing. Just know that you needed it. It's times where I have turned on a very sad movie, like for Colored Girls or something like that. And I'm not an emotional person. Like, I can watch movies and not be affected by it at all. But it's certain times where subconsciously I'll watch a movie and I'm just bawling, crying. And that's like my body telling me, hey, you haven't cried in a while. You need to release some tears. You need to release some emotions or something like that. Like, your subconscious is always working. What you say? He said, I push myself to be consistent with yoga and weightlifting. Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations. So yes, when you are pushing yourself and you're trying to master your stress, you're trying to master, adversity, when you are in control, keep going. And like I said, a lot of people sleep on physical therapists, but I mean, not physical therapists, fitness trainers. The reason why they sleep on it is because it's like, okay, well, once you've taught me certain amount of moves, like, it's not really about the moves that they're teaching you. Anybody can just go on YouTube and find a video on to how to work out or how to lift weights or whatever. What's important about a physical trainer is that that physical trainer is going to push you beyond what you're comfortable with. A lot of people working out by themselves, if you say 15 reps, 15 reps, 3 times, you get to 15 reps, you get to that second one or maybe that third one and you at maybe number 7. A lot of times people are going to stop at 7 because there's nobody pushing you to make sure you get to 15. And a lot of times where we stop, where we feel like we're at our breaking point, we're not yet at our breaking point. We could probably still get those last ones in. So what you want to do is exhaust your body until it cannot move anymore. If you are jogging, until your legs are numb and they stop working, because your body knows when you reach its max. When your body knows that you cannot run anymore, and it will literally lock up and stop you. If you haven't gotten to that point, keep running. Keep running. If you haven't gotten to the point where you got a cramp, or I hope you're not getting a cramp. Stretch before y'all do this stuff. Stretch before y'all work out. But if you are at the point, say you running a certain amount of laps. If you continue to go and push yourself past what you thought, give yourself, I used to do this with just walking around the neighborhood. The outside is your playground. So don't let the gym be an excuse as to why you can't do this. But go outside and run into a destination. Say you run into the end of your road. If it's a stop sign at the end of the road, run. And if you ain't ready there, even if you have milestones, I used to have, it'll be like a driveway, and I'll be like, okay, I'm running. Let me stop when I get to such and such driveway. When I get to this mailbox, then I'll stop and then I'll walk. Even if I'm tired, keep going until I get to that point. Even if it's just a slow, I'm running and then it's just like a slow like jog, but I'm not walking until I get to this destination. This is how you master stress. This is how you overcome stress, because at the end of the day, you're telling your body, you do what the fuck I say, not the other way around. A lot of you guys the average person is being led by their flesh. Their body is in control of everything. They're overly emotional. Their emotions are running rampant, and they make decisions based off their emotions instead of their spirit, or instead of their mind. Your spirit tells your mind what to do, and your mind tells your body what to do. And a lot of people work the complete opposite. My feelings told me this. I feel this way. I feel this way, and that's why I think this way, and that's why I did that thing. That's ass backwards. That's ass backwards, and that's not a God body. That's not a God mindset. That's definitely low frequency energy when you are letting your body and your emotions tell you what to do and run your life. And you're never going to get anywhere. That's why you see depression. That's why you see anxiety, and you see people not being able to get out of it. It's because you're letting your body tell you, I don't feel like doing this. Who gives a fuck if you don't feel like doing it? Do it anyway. I don't feel like coming on here making a video. I could be watching some TV. I could be studying. I could be doing something that's productive to myself, or giving to my tribe, people who paid me for services. But I didn't feel like getting on here, but I'm on here because it is a part of me serving. It's a part of me doing something, that being consistent with something, because I said I come on here every day. It is in my discipline to come on here and give y'all information whether I feel like it or not. So working out, burning yourself out with a workout, not just working out any type of workout, but burning out. And I'm not saying do this every single time you work out, but you should make it a habit 2 or 3 times a week. If you're going to work out 2 to 3 times a week, why the fuck not? Why not? I can see if you're just doing a little, okay, let's make it a yoga day. That's something different. But if you're working out, push yourself to the limit. And that's the second way that you can overcome stress. Number three would be fasting. Fasting. I say fasting. The reason why fasting is my favorite way to overcome stress. And fasting is the quickest way to overcome stress, because it is more of an immediate response. It's more of an immediate response. And what I say by that is, Koya said she's taking notes. Y'all better be taking notes. The reason why fasting is so imperative, for one, it helps with the body. It helps to break down any type of disease that you have can be resolved with fasting. It doesn't matter what disease in the world it is. Any disease can be cured with just fasting, because any disease that is caused in a body is a result of what you put in your body. You don't just get diseases out of nowhere. You get them from 99.99999% of the diseases around the world are caused single-handedly by the foods that you intake. So when it comes to diseases, the best way to counteract, if it's the consumption of the food that got you sick, fasting and starving those parasites out is what's going to help you heal. So fasting it has multiple benefits to it. That is one of them. But how do you fast to overcome stress? It is because you being hungry is a direct line of stress. This is why we have hunger pains. This is why a lot of people say, oh, I get headaches when I'm fasting or when I don't eat. Those are direct stressors. When you tell your body, bro, we eat when I say we eat. We eat when I say we eat, not when you tell me, not when you growling, not when you giving me little cramps every now and then, not when you give me a little headache. I could drink some water. That's you good enough. I said we're not eating right now, so we're not eating. That is how you make stress your bitch. I don't give a fuck about me being hungry. I'm not hungry. You tell yourself I'm not hungry. We're not hungry because we're fasting. And this works, y'all. I'm not telling you this for show. I used to be somebody who was always like, I wish I could fast, but I can't fast because I get migraines when I fast, or I get migraines when I'm hungry. I used to say that all the time. The very first time I fast, I did a dry fast or water fast. It wasn't dry. I did a water fast for 5 days. No problem. I did a water fast. The very first time I decided to fast, and this was in 2019, I did my very first fast, and it was a water fast for 5 days. I didn't have not one headache. I didn't have not one hunger pain, and I could have went longer. I just wanted some flavor in my mouth. It wasn't that I was hungry. I just wanted some flavor in my mouth. I got tired of just tasting saliva. That was the only reason why I broke the fast. But I wasn't hungry. I wasn't in pain. It wasn't nothing abnormal happening. I just simply said, hey, we're fasting, and my body understood the assignment. So a lot of times when we say that this is what's happening, your body is going to be hungry because your body is telling you, is to giving you a signal to say, hey, we usually eat around this time and you haven't eaten yet. So let me send you a signal just in case you forgot. It's time to eat because we haven't eaten yet. That's what your body is trained to do, to let you know if something is going on that's inconsistent. If you're used to eating, of course it's going to give you signals to eat because we're used to eating. But if you tell your body, hey, we're fasting, and you understand that you are fasting, you're not going to be hungry. And y'all, I tell y'all this as a fact. This is not just because I'm on a spiritual journey or I'm better than you or I'm telling you something that's not happening. Every single person that has gone through my 90-day hormone challenge, every single person who has been through my 30-day hormone challenge has started off eating meat, eating processed food. They didn't wing themselves into the program. There's no transition into what they're doing. And they start off doing a 30-day fast. Nothing but fruit juice, water, and tea. They start off like that. I don't ease them into it. There's no transition. I think all that shit is bullshit. You can do anything cold turkey. It's mind over matter. So I start them off, all of them, off cold turkey, juice fast, 30 days. After the third day, I have not met one person yet. After the third day, they said they was hungry. I have not one person has gone through my program, and after the third day, they said they were still hungry. It's a mind over matter. Once you tell yourself that you're fasting, that you are disciplining yourself, that we're not hungry, you're going to stop being hungry. Your body's going to stop sending you signals. Your body is going to stop telling you, hey, we're hungry, because what am I sending you a message for? You already told me what to do. Your mind tells your body what to do, not the other way around. So keep that in mind. Fasting is one of the quickest ways and easiest ways for you to overcome stress, because you're mastering putting yourself in a starvation mode, which is a form of stress. But you also have to look at what all the other benefits of fasting. So if you look back at our ancestors, a lot of times they didn't eat no more than 2 or 3 times a week. Get into the habit. Like, I don't recommend intermittent fasting because I don't really like the term. You said the first 3 days of always the hardest, but it definitely gets easier. Right. The first 3 days. Fuck. Y'all, what the fuck? I just wasted my whole glass of wine on this couch. Oh, Jesus. Fuck. My ass is wet. Hold on, you guys. I'm so sorry. I am always doing something. impossible to get out of this couch. Look at the fucking devil, honey. It's always something. Whole cup. This is all I got left. Let me get back to this damn lesson. One monkey don't stop no show. Where was I? Try putting baking soda on it or look up some DIY how to get it out. I got some stuff that I used to use in my car for stains, so I'm gonna try that. But baking soda, I think it does work. Baking soda with peroxide, that's what work on the floor. So hopefully it works on this without fucking up the color. Shit. All right, let me hurry up. Anyway, sorry y'all. What was the last? Okay, so I was talking about our ancestors. They only ate like 2 or 3 times a week. When you're fasting, one of the best things to do when it comes to fasting, the reason why fasting has a lot of other medicinal benefits, I guess you would call them medicinal, but you know, the reason why it helps you with stress and other things like that is because it keeps you focused. A lot of times when we are eating, it is a comfort thing. Majority of people, especially in America, they eat their emotions. So when you are constantly eating, you're typically only eating to satisfy your emotions. Again, that's a physical, a low frequency type of behavior. You're not behaving based off of logic. You're not behaving based off of spirituality or, you know, intuition and things like that. You're simply moving based off of what your body is telling you. Hey, eat something. You annoyed, eat something. You happy, eat something. You stressed out, eat something. Instead of making sense of why are you eating. Food is medicine. We should not just be eating just because. And talking about eating, like, we just ate. We literally just ate like maybe an hour or 2 ago. My sister was like, you feel like making some tacos? Like, girl. But yes, like we eat our emotions all the time. Now, if we're talking about fasting and we're talking about overcoming stress, think about what the body is what's happening in the body when we're adding on all this food, when we're eating all this food. We're not solving any problems. You eating a burger and ice cream and cookies is not helping you be any less stressed out. If anything, it's causing more stress because the chemicals in the food, the fats in the food and stuff is helping you gain more weight. It's all those is sending off endorphins and things like that. That's still negative. It's like a placebo effect of you being happy. Like it's that instant gratification that's still not helping you actually resolve anything. So what exactly is you eating this ice cream gonna do? What exactly is you eating this this burger gonna do other than make you happy in this temporary moment, and then you're still gonna be left with whatever you were stressed out before you took that first bite, and you're still gonna have to deal with life, and now you're gonna be a little bit more stressed out because now you done gained 10 pounds, you done gained 20 pounds because you've consistently did this over and over again. So eating your emotions is what's causing a lot of stress as well. And we know that stress is breaking down the body limb by limb. Stress is one of the top reasons why we have cardiac arrest. Stress is one of the main reasons why we have neurological diseases, because people are not properly managing their stress. They're just compartmentalizing them or compressing them completely, and it's not helping. So stop eating your stress. Stop eating your stress and actually manage it. Like, what the fuck is really going on? Why do I feel this way? Understanding your emotions. I have a video up about emotional intelligence. Do I have a video up about, y'all? I'm sorry, like being new to, I teach a lot. So I go live on like a lot of platforms, and I have my own community. So I talk about a lot of things. So when y'all hear me saying it all the time, it's literally because I talk so much. I don't know what platform it's on. So go back and look and see if I have a video up on emotional intelligence. If I don't, comment under this one that I don't. Comment emotional intelligence in the comments if I don't, or if you don't see it, and then I'll make one for it. But I think I do have one up. But either way, we need to be able to manage our emotions. It's not even just about stress, because if we break down stress, it's not even that we're stressed about anything. When you think of anxiety and you think of stress, that is future tense. We're not really stressed out about things of the past. We're stressed about things of the future. Am I gonna have enough to eat? Do I have enough money for the light bill? Do I got enough for rent? Am I gonna get this job? Am I gonna get this date? Is he cheating on me? Like, we're stressed out about things of the future, or the things that we do not know. So if you think about stress and anxiety and what it actually is, it has nothing to do with the past and nothing to do with the present. It's about shit that ain't even happened yet. So we're eating and we're causing stress to our bodies by putting in junk food and things that have no nutritional value whatsoever. We're putting things in our body instead of understanding, like, hey, why am I eating this right now? What am I really feeling? What is my emotions really telling me right now? Because it's not really just your response. Your knee-jerk reaction is saying, hey, go eat something. But your body is not really telling you that. Your mind, your spirit is not telling you that. Your spirit is saying, hey, I need you to go take a breather. I need you to go for a run. I need you to fast. I need you to stop eating so that you can think clearly. The more decalcifying foods that you eat, stuff that's clogging your arteries, clogging your pineal gland and things like that, the more that you are clogged up. A lot of people don't even have but like 2 or 3 bowel movements a week, but you eating 4 or 5 times out of the day. That's you being clogged up. If you're not flowing in all aspects of your life, your blood not flowing, your menstrual not flowing, your bowels are not flowing. Like, if you're not constantly flowing, that's one of the main reasons why you're being stressed, and you're causing stress to actual limbs, not even as a whole, but actual limbs, and that's collectively making you sick. So understanding that fasting is one of the easiest ways for your body to just start to relax. It doesn't have to break down things. It doesn't have to think about how the fuck I'm gonna break down this Pop-Tart and this burger and this ice cream that she just ate all in an hour. That's a lot of work. Especially like if y'all ain't watched, I don't know what made me watch this the other day, but Osmosis Jones, I watched that. It's free on YouTube if y'all want to go watch that. That's an old video, but go watch Osmosis Jones and think about what you're actually putting in your body and the work that is required for your organs to actually function, for your limbs to actually function on the inside, and the work that it's putting in. I encourage all of y'all to go watch that. Even if you watched it before, just go watch it, because it was very nostalgic. But all the things that's going on in the body with what Osmosis Jones was actually doing, like, or what all the organisms was doing, like, how are they trying to keep you alive? It takes a lot of work. You could eat one egg, and I say eggs specifically because eggs are a piece of shit. Like, you shouldn't be eating eggs. You say you definitely try to find it. Yeah, it's on YouTube and it's free on YouTube. But yeah, like, a lot of people are literally going crazy about eggs. You know how much cholesterol is in eggs? You might as well be eating pork. Eggs have a lot of cholesterol in them. So when you eating stuff with high cholesterol, you are causing brain damage. You are causing cancer. You are causing parasites in your body. And then wondering why that one egg took so long to digest out of your body, because it don't belong in there in the first place. So fasting helps with all of that. Fasting helps you not crave the bullshit, because sugar is a fucking a drug. It is a drug. It is equivalent to the addiction of cocaine. It's the reason why they look alike. They literally have the same addictive traits in them. Literally, if I was to crack your brain open from a crackhead and somebody who was addicted to sugar, there would literally be no difference. There will literally be no difference. It's literally the same. And I'm not just saying that it's like general. That's a fact. They're doing the exact same thing to the brain. So you need to be mindful of that. When you're laughing at the corner store crackhead, you the same way if you addicted to sugar. It's the exact same thing. So the more that you fast, the less likely you will be addicted to the foods that are causing you death, because your brain will be thinking clear. Your brain is actually flowing through. So you're not going to keep piling on more junk and more junk. Y'all get what I'm saying? I could talk about that forever, but let me go to number 4. Number 4 would be reading. Reading helps you to overcome stress, because reading, and I always say you can read anything to stimulate yourself, but reading things that are educational, reading things that actually give you skill set, reading things like, and I just have this book beside me because we just did a training in the Rebirth Society. Super fans. You said so true. Food is really medicine. It is. I literally just told, like, my sister is talking to this guy right now. She's dating this guy right now. And, We don't fuck with niggas who ain't vegan over here. So she trying to get his mind together and stuff like that. And so he be asking me questions like, how you do that? I said, he's like, so what about the flavor? What about the taste? I said, first of all, we need to redefine our relationship with food. We need to redefine the relationship, because for one, food is not, you're not eating food for the taste. Yes, we want food to taste good, but I don't know where people get this misconception that once you go vegan or once you start to eat better, that your taste bud, like, yes, your taste buds change, but nigga, do it look like I don't know what good food tastes like? Like, I'm a country girl. Like, I was brought up in the South, North Carolina, and we season our food, okay? Like, I'm still black. I didn't forget what good shit tastes like. So I know what stuff tastes like good and what it don't taste good. Yes, we want food that tastes good, but understanding, like, redirecting that relationship means that I'm not eating this just because it tastes good. I can make anything taste good, but I'm not eating this just because it tastes good. I'm eating this because it actually has nutritional benefits. It's a big difference. And I always say too, like, nigga, if you can't cook, just say that, because you won't eat a raw piece of chicken without putting some seasoning on it. Put some seasoning on your fucking broccoli. Put some seasoning on I don't really eat broccoli like that, but whatever you eating, spice it up. I just had a vegan lasagna, and people love my vegan lasagna. Ain't nothing in it artificial. Ain't nothing in it processed. Every now and then I might put a little, that processed cheese on it. But other than that, you still can make alkaline cheese and everything else. Like, you can literally make food that tastes amazing. Like I tell y'all all the time, science is the alternative to medicine, to natural options. When you go in the store, anything that you see in the store can be made natural, because that's where it comes from. To tell me you can't cook what I say you can't cook. It's all about taste and texture, right? And if y'all really knew how magical mushrooms were, you wouldn't be missing no damn chicken. You would not be missing no chicken, because if you knew how to throw some lion's mane together, if you knew how to put some oyster mushrooms together, ribs, okay? Make some good barbecue sauce, okay? Like, you ain't missing out on nothing. And all you have to do is train yourself. Once you start to fast and not even crave the other stuff, it's nothing to just remake the foods that you already love. I don't want you to deprive yourself of anything. I want you to reinvent the foods that you already love. You can make alkaline pizza. You can make alkaline, or I ain't gonna necessarily say alkaline, because everything doesn't have to be alkaline. That's just a good transition. Like, that's the healthiest. But you can make whatever you want to make and it still tastes amazing. Like, y'all, I do not miss no meals, and my shit slap. Like, people who still eat meat will eat my shit and not know that it's vegan. Like, I don't gotta put no damn turkey neck in my greens for that shit to still taste like my grandma greens, if not better. Like, learn how to cook with what nature already got. I've gotten away from even, and I know y'all gonna cancel me on this one, but I don't really give a fuck. And don't be trying to take my black card, but I gave up the store-bought onion powder and garlic powder and stuff like that. Y'all learn how to cook with the real shit. I cook onions and garlic in everything. Get your own garlic, mix that shit up, and have your own stuff so you will know what's in it. You don't have to worry about the chemicals and stuff in your food when you make it yourself. And what you buying mixed garlic for, when you can literally just get some mixed garlic yourself and put some whatever you put in there, to, if you use a little oil, some whatever, and put it and mince it yourself. You said, me too. My mom always on me to make her some greens. Right. My baked beans slap. Like, all my food slap anyway. But I got signature dishes that people be on my neck about. Right. I still got to get into the salad dressings, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Quay, you gonna have to send me some recipes. My salad dressings, I only got one signature dressing, and it's just like it's like a pesto that I use on my it's not a salad dressing, but I use on when I make like zucchini noodles. It's like a pesto type of, it's like a cilantro-y type of zesty taste, but that's the only dressing that I use, and I don't really like that on a salad. But my other dressings, they ain't really been hitting like I want them to hit, so I still got to work on my on my dresses. But other than that, like, y'all can experiment with anything. Like, people be like, oh, give me a recipe, but girl, the Google is very much so free. It's very much so free. And I cook like my ancestors. I don't be looking at measurements and stuff like that. I let it go how I wanted to let it go, and when it tastes good, I stop. Okay, so y'all just have to start experimenting with different things. Stop being so lazy. Your health should be a priority to you. You should not be out here being value menu and shit like that. Like, it's giving coach purse, like your pocketbook. It's giving coach pocketbook. And if you're old school from the south, you know what I mean by pocketbook. It's giving very much so low budget. What's it called? The mud girls. Y'all know them little mud bags we used to have out of Walmart. It's giving. That's the type of cooch y'all giving. It's just giving that low value. I want y'all to have goddess pussy. I want y'all to have that grade A. Cause ain't no way you got grade A when all you doing is eating McDonald's and your crab legs off your food stamp card. That is just giving low value. Okay, it's giving low value, and I want y'all to have high value everything, not just the looks, but the inside. Because a lot of people focus so much, and I'm getting off topic, so let me get back on. But let me say this last thing: a lot of y'all focus too much on y'all external appearance, and y'all don't care about your internal appearance. Okay. The internal will by default give the external. I don't have to be beat to the guy, like, although I do be, although I do be. You say it's giving C-tank. It's giving bikini bottom, okay? It's giving bikini bottom. Yeah, okay? And the chum bucket, okay, at that. It's giving the chum bucket. Okay, I'm trying to slip y'all the Krabby Patty formula, but y'all like the chum bucket. But anyway, I digress. But like I said, it's not about looking like. Of course, when you feel good on the outside, you're gonna feel good on the inside. But when you feel good on the inside and you actually do feel good, not just instant gratification, but when you feel good on the inside, you automatically want to exude to the outside. Okay. Koya, I ain't playing with you. So yes, you want to make sure that you are giving your body everything of value. Stop making excuses. One thing that I learned, and this was just like a couple years ago. Thank you, love. This is just a couple years ago. I had to tell myself, like, if you live in check to check anyway, you might as well be living check to check doing shit that you love. And this is terrible financial advice, but this was something that helped me to exceed, to start giving myself more. When it comes to making excuses as to why I'm eating on a value meal instead of eating like healthy foods, one of the excuses, oh, that is expensive. That's what everybody say. It's expensive to do this. It's expensive. Say that you don't prioritize it, because I'm pretty sure the extra money that you spending on takeout, you could have bought you some groceries. I'm pretty sure that if you would have canceled going on that girls trip, you would have been able to spend $300 a month on groceries. And one thing about it is, yes, it's granted I do live by myself. Well, I mean, my sister live together now, but I've been living on my own most of my life, and most of my adulthood. And living on my own and buying my own groceries. When I transitioned over to being vegan in 2019, a lot of my groceries, if anything, it was cheaper for me to be vegan because I eat produce. I eat fresh produce. I'm in the grocery store maybe 2 or 3 times a week because I buy my groceries every 2 days. A lot of times food be going to waste because y'all buying a lot of food that y'all not going to eat. You can't just buy food for the week if you're not going to eat it. But one thing I do, I grocery shop for 2 or 3 days at a time. And then I know what foods I'm going to eat this week. I know what foods I'm going to eat for the next few days. If I know I'm going to eat this meal, okay, this is what I'm eating. Like, if I get 3 meals when I go grocery shopping, it don't have to be in a certain order, but I know that these are the meals that I'm going to eat the next few days. I don't meal prep. Meal prep it does nothing for me. I'm not going to buy a whole lot of groceries that week, because a lot of times, what if I don't feel like eating that in the whole week? It's not likely that I'm not going to want to eat this in the next 2 or 3 days, but it's very likely 5 days from now that I don't want what I already have in here. So you're letting produce does go bad faster. So what you gonna do with it? Like, if you buy a lot of fruits, if you know you're not about to eat it, put it in a juicer and make it into a juice. I do that all the time. Sorry, my phone is about to die, so I need to hurry up. But yeah, I do that all the time. I just did that. Like, I had some pineapples that I hadn't used, and it was about to go bad, so I went ahead and juiced them. So, because I knew I wasn't going to eat them, so I just went ahead and juiced them so they didn't go bad. You say, I'm just now learning portion control with groceries. I hate wasting money on food that I won't eat. Right. So buy smaller portions and just make more frequent steps. Like, you and your grocery store should have a very good relationship. Like, y'all go to Target every day before y'all go home from work. So you could go to the grocery store and make that have a healthy relationship with the grocery store, and then stop shopping in the center aisles. Go get stuff on the outside aisles. Like, get the produce and stuff. The only thing that I really get on the inside, my guilty pleasure would be oatmeal. Like, I do like oatmeal, so I'll get oatmeal, and that's just like my snack if I want something like quick without cooking something. Or I don't cook a lot of stuff anyways. I could eat like a tomato sandwich or something. Like, I don't really eat a lot of meals. Like, I snack a lot of times throughout the day, but I don't eat a lot of meals. But anyways, do what works for you. But fasting is one of the best ways to overcome stress. And then this is the last one, but most definitely not least, way to master stress and how to make stress your biatch is to be doing mindful meditation, being mindful of silencing your mind, being mindful of controlling your thoughts, and being able to push out thoughts that are low frequency, or pushing out thoughts that do not benefit you. A lot of people struggle with meditating, but yeah, meditating. I was about to say with manifesting. A lot of people struggle with meditating because a lot of people meditate incorrectly. And what I mean by incorrectly is you think that when you're supposed to, like, you think that you're supposed to just be in complete silence, or you think that you're just supposed to not think about anything, and that's the goal. But it's like a goal that's never gonna happen. Like, that's what you're supposed to be reaching for, like, while you're meditating, but it's never gonna happen. It's not possible to shut your brain off and never have an external thought. It's not possible. I don't care if you've been meditating for 50 years. You are still going to struggle, or it's still a practice of meditating. It's a practice. It's just of being mindful. Okay, I'm feeling this, or I'm quiet. My brain is silent for 10 seconds, and then I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat for dinner. Okay, cool. Push that thought out and get back to your silence. I'm thinking about I'm quiet, is silent for about 15 seconds. Now I'm thinking about my ex who cheated on me. Okay, push that thought out. Let's get back to silence. This is how you naturally meditate. The goal is not to just sit there in silence and never have an external thought. Is the point of it is to be able to have the power to push those thoughts out, instead of just thinking about, okay, you got the thought of what I'm going to eat for dinner. Don't drag into that thought like, okay, well, I think I got something in the kitchen. I don't really think I want to cook. What restaurants I want to eat at? Instead of indulging in that thought, just say, okay, I'm thinking about that. Now let me push that back out. You think about your ex. Okay, I thought about that. Now push it out. Don't go into, oh, I can't stand his ass. I wonder what he doing. I bet he doing the same thing to the next. You don't indulge in the thoughts. You just think about them, acknowledge them, and push them out. That is what you're doing when you're meditating. It is not ever going to be a time where you are meditating and you never have an external thought. It's not going to happen. Your brain never shuts off. Even when we are sleeping. When you are sleeping, your brain is not shut off. So how you think it's going to happen when you're meditating? It's not possible. So learning how to be mindful. That's why we say mindful meditation. It's not about just meditating, but being mindful. Once you finish meditating, think of all the things that came up while you were meditating. Write them down and process them once you come out of your meditation. That's how you start to sort through the thoughts that you are having. Then you're going to have less thoughts when this is happening, but it never gets to a point where you don't have any thoughts whatsoever. But you have less thoughts that come in and interrupt. But one thing that I learned when meditating is when you have those thoughts that are intruding, those are things that is most important to you right now, subconsciously, or the things that you need to work on right now that's subconscious. So when I have those external thoughts that maybe I couldn't push it directly out, and I started thinking about it a little too long, I'll notate them once I come out of my meditation, and I'll say, okay, let's break this down. Let's see what's going on with this. Why am I thinking so hard about this? Why is this taking over my mind? That's how you be mindful when you meditate. This is how you overcome stress. A lot of the things that comes up when you are meditating, that's the stress in your life. So when you are meditating, how you shut them off while you're trying to close your mind and think clearly, that is how you that's how you overcome them, by acknowledging them, pushing them out, writing them down when you come out of meditation, and processing them. That is how you mindfully meditate, and that is also how you master meditation. So just to recap, 5 ways to master stress, to overcome stress, to dominate stress, and make it your biatch. Okay, 5 ways. Number 1 is taking a spiritual bath or taking a cold shower, one of the two. Number 2 was fasting and fasting. I got no breakfast on here, but starving yourself out for as long as possible. So fasting or intermittent fasting. 2. Number 3 is burnout workouts. Number 4 is reading. And number 5 is mindful meditation. So those are 5 ways that you can overcome stress. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If it was, make sure y'all give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody that you think that may need this right now, because a lot of people are stressed as they come into this new season, this new era. Blase blah. But if you guys are not subscribed, make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, because there's plenty more videos where this came from. Let me try to clean up this couch, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.